Law of Abundance by John Randolph Price. In this article we will look at the law's commandments, move into harmony and dance with that rhythm, and see what it means to take on a consciousness of abundance. It is time to realize that nothing is too good to be true. The cosmic mandates. Ageless wisdom is emphatic in stating that the reason we do not enjoy the fullness of abundant life is because we do not personally identify with the third aspect of our divinity, the creative feminine medium, the law of all manifestation. The law is a presence, a creative mind possessing the absolute certainties of universal decrees. Taking it one step at a time, let's look at the whole process of law as it reveals that which is good, true, and beautiful in life. 1. Recognize the divine feminine within as the law, force, and power of all manifest form and experience. This aspect of the whole spirit known as the Divine Mother is the source and cause of all visible effects. She is creative energy, substance, light, the agent of divine will. She is universal and individual, eternally flowing through the state of consciousness that we are holding before her. However, through our use of free will, we are able to break her laws, be arrested, seized in consciousness, and through the self-pronouncement of guilt, go through a punishment state appropriate for the offense. But now we're going to take control of our lives and live as the masters of our destiny. 2. The law's commandments, you must be. These are absolute cosmic pronouncements of truth. In my book, Angel Energy, I wrote, spiritual law is the way the universe works. It is energy in action according to a predetermined objective, as in the law of abundance, the law of love. It is the power of God in operation as cause, as principle, as truth. It is the sum total of the omniscience energy of the universe saying, this is the way it is, and nothing can change my mind. You are forever whole and flawless, abundantly supplied with every good thing, experiencing love in every encounter, enjoying success and fulfillment in every activity of life, and remaining eternally in a state of gladness, joy, and contentment. But when we don't know the law, or are not consciously aware of the way things really are, we make up our own laws, and then we have to live with them until they are repealed through an understanding that these self-imposed ordinances are in violation of our own inner Supreme Court. Isn't it time to get out of the law-making business and rely only on the constitution of being, the original statutes of God? The basic idea in this second step is that in the workings of the law, there are divine imperatives, commandments that say, in effect, that's the way it is regardless of your beliefs, arguments, or resistance. You need only to agree and accept. Nothing else is necessary. To explain further, look at wealth, abundance, prosperity, and riches from the standpoint of the material plane. This state of affairs is a mandate, an order, an edict, a decree. You must by law be rich. There is no way around it from the divine view because the creative principle has absolutely no limitations, fills all space so there is no lack anywhere, and never measures out just a few riches into manifestation. Her energy in expression flows unending in full force with equal and total distribution for all. Emerson knew this when he wrote, "Man is born to be rich, women too I might add." Why is abundance written on the heart as a law? Why is money a divine idea and a spiritual asset? Because infinite wisdom knows there is a need on the physical plane for a medium of exchange, an instrument of goodwill. Without the proper funds to live a life of all sufficiency, consciousness depresses, fear enters, and we resort to manipulating, begging, borrowing, or stealing. Not helpful activities in the reawakening process of realizing who and what we are. Therefore, we are provided with all that we could possibly need or want in a particular lifetime. The law has already given us a lavish abundance which is appearing as money. Where is it, you might ask? It certainly isn't in my bank account. The money may not be in your bank account yet, but it's certainly out there in manifest form, touched by creative mind with your coded imprint. And there is more than you could possibly need in this incarnation. Once you understand the law, I realize that not everyone wants to be really rich. They don't want the responsibilities, the so-called pressures of wealth. So they find what they consider the appropriate level of comfort, contentment in the mental emotional nature, and perhaps unconsciously, turn the supply valve to off. We are our own experience based on the decisions we make in life. 3. Agree with the law and accept the truth that you have been given everything. When we do this, our consciousness becomes the law of abundance. We take on the energy, power, and force of the creative feminine principle and become an open channel for the radiation through us. Are we suddenly rich in the phenomenal world? What takes place with only a partial or limited agreement and acceptance is similar to a light being turned on in consciousness, and ideas begin to fly to the light like moths. These ideas are in the form of helpful solutions, actions to take to bring about relief in the situation. Then once the fear has been quieted through purposeful activity, creative mind takes the next step and begins to connect you through streams of her light, with the people, places, situations, and conditions to bring more of the already present abundance into your life. From there you continue your upward climb until the gifts of the law are fully recognized. A complete agreement and acceptance, however, would indeed produce seeming miracles without the limitation of time. The person's life would be dramatically different, with cause moving directly into effect, mind into manifestation. When we begin to work with the idea that I must be rich, the first thing we will notice is that we are no longer concerned about anything. Worry and feelings of unfulfilled desires will fade away, and once this takes place, we will begin to see things differently. The imaging faculty will open wide and we will see not only the possibilities to come, but the realities of have, now, which will strengthen the faith vibration. Then, on one particular day, we'll know that we have moved into a new dimension. The first evidence of this may be a tremendous feeling of joy and gratitude. And in the days that follow we'll have money from unexpected sources, new avenues of success opening up, and a wonderful outpouring of love from people. Dance with life to fulfill the law of abundance. Dance, rhythmical steps and motions. Life, livingness, living fully with vitality, spirit, zest. Put them together, add music, harmony, and you have the dance of life. You may love to dance, to swing, sway, twirl, and shake for the joy of it. But the key is to carry the feeling and flow into life itself. When you dance, the focus is narrowed to let your body, mind, and spirit become one with the cadence, time, and rhythm of the music. Now let's see how this works with the abundance aspect of life. You can't get money, it's the other way around. Money is constantly striving to get you to give of itself. But you put up a barrier by worrying about it. And money asks, why do you worry about me? You treat me like a lost little kid, but I'm just fine. Quit being anxious. Open your arms and receive me. Come on, let's dance together. Money is happy, always smiling. It loves what it does, what it buys, and the pleasures it gives. After all, money is the energy of love in visible form. Its energy is feminine, its root is eternal goodness. In the abundance book I wrote, by working with the rhythmic energy of self, whatever form that was needed for exchange, the legal tender at the time, was brought forth as an instrument of goodwill. As such, money was simply a token of appreciation of one's service, a symbol of love and integrity. We know that the source of energy to be form is mother substance. the energy that appears as money. Bring that feminine energy into your heart, into your feeling nature, and listen to her music. It's a love song. Dance with her as she sings to you, knowing that the energy flowing through your oneness will open every door to let money in. And as it does, you begin to feel richer and richer. Dance with that feeling. Now think on these thoughts. There is always an abundance of money, and I now let it come to me. I am open to receive. I cannot be limited, for I am the shining sun of supply, and God's wealth fills my world. Catch the vibration. Hear the music of abundance. Move in step with it, and you'll understand why Louise Hay says that money is the easiest thing to demonstrate. It is, when you dance with abundance. When you move in oneness with that energy, beliefs in lack and limitation, the only thing that is limiting you, are transformed. Developing a greater consciousness of abundance. Consciousness can be defined as awareness, understanding, and knowledge about any particular aspect of life. We know that we cannot have wealth without a consciousness of abundance. It is said that every thought is a prayer, that thoughts are things and things are thoughts. We are continually creating our world by our states of consciousness, and I've had people tell me that that's a real downer for them. Reason, when there is scarcity, it is difficult to see the reality of abundance. It's hard to see the mountaintop when walking through quicksand. So what's the answer? First of all, we must be aware of the truth of abundance. Aware means to be conscious, mindful. Of what? Of the fact that our spirit sees us as rich, with unlimited finances for use on the material plane. We were literally financed by God when we came into this incarnation, and more wealth cannot be given, for it is eternally flowing without restriction. Pause for a moment and think about this. Next we shift our focus to the omnipresent mother substance, the creative energy of the universe that fills all space, including our energy fields. As I said earlier, this is the law of wealth, the principle of abundance. While this energy continually flows through our consciousness to provide everything we could ever need, the intelligence of that creative mind remains within us, listening to our every word, belief. And the word is made flesh, form. Contemplate this. As we become aware of this one mind in different vibrations, we have taken the first step in developing a consciousness of abundance. Now we must move into understanding. We can be aware of the multiplication table, but unless we understand what it means, it will be of little use to us. To understand means to grasp the meaning of, comprehend, realize, and this is where meditation is so important. We contemplate with ease the truth that our whole self wants to express through us as lavish abundance. Meditate on the idea that it is the divine will that you be financed in all your endeavors, always with plenty to spare and share. Now think of this universe being filled with divine substance. It is everywhere present. It is impossible for scarcity to exist. You literally live, move, and have your being in the creative energy of the universe. It is everywhere at once, in, around, and through you, a sea of infinite plenty, throbbing, pulsating, alive. Meditate on the idea of substance until it becomes real to you. This is the World Mother, the working side of God as law. Feel her currents as she radiates through your consciousness to manifest and attract visible supply into your life and affairs. Through these meditative exercises, understanding will lead to knowledge. You will know that there is always plenty, 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 that God's will is being done through you, and that lack and limitation have been nothing but an illusion. At this point you relax and let the law prove to you the truth of your abundance. You do not outline how it is to come forth. You simply let God do the work. Think on these thoughts. My conscious awareness of the divine presence as my supply is my supply. I am now consciously aware of the indwelling fountain of overflowing abundance. Therefore, I am abundant supply. My consciousness is the very energy of money. I am the spirit of infinite plenty. I am boundless abundance, and with love in my heart, I let the universal riches stream forth into perfect manifestation. What is expressed in love must be returned in full measure. Therefore, wave after wave of visible money supply flows to me now. I am wonderfully rich in consciousness, and I am bountifully supplied with money. I now realize my plan for abundant living.